A live week in review in this economy? What the fuck's going on here?
This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of the Week in Review series, we're live. I can't say that I had ever intended on something like this, but we're doing this here, we're doing this now, we're doing this live. Logical Canadian, and welcome to the Week in Review. Or just how we got week 17. As I stated in the community post on Sunday, both this week and next week's edition will be live. But next week we'll do it Monday. And this actually does act as my last stream or anything of the year. So before that, I should probably emphasize Happy New Year, everybody. Hopefully that you guys are staying safe tonight and you guys celebrate the new year and you welcome it with, I guess, passion. I don't know. Something got lost in the transition or the script. But we got games to cover. So let me just pop up my screen and we're going to get started here. So, starting with the Christmas Day games, we have the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers 29-10. I'm going to try to zoom in for you a little bit here. So 29-10, Kansas City defeats Pittsburgh. And I remember watching this game on Netflix. Grainy ass quality. Everything about it was just god awful. And I mean god awful. You know, maybe like this. Yeah, like no, that's a little shitty. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just go with this for now. I mean, 29-10. This was a really shitty game for the Steelers. And I've been saying it time and time again that the Chiefs were going to beat the Steelers. They were always going to beat the Steelers. But what I guess we weren't expecting in this regard was how bad they were going to beat the Steelers. Because I thought this game was going to be a bit closer, considering Pittsburgh's defense was, pretty good, pretty solid, all that stuff. But apparently fucking not. Apparently fucking not. Because we see the same old shit happening again and again and again. Just, I don't know what any of you expected. I don't know if you expected an upset, but you're not getting that with this game. The truth is, you were never going to get that with this game. Simple as that. There's real no with that. Oh, I guess my thing went to shit. So, Waiting for it. There we go. All right. Moving on to our next game. The Ravens. Man, oh man. Look at this. 31-2. Never have I thought I would ever see an NFL game where a team only scores 2 fucking points the entire game. Well, I guess now I've seen it all. In this case, the Texans only scored 2 fucking points. 2. And that was because of a safety in the second quarter. Houston's a lot better than this, but they just fucking fell apart today. And they fell apart hard. The one thing to keep in mind when talking to Texans in this case, they're a good team, but when they're playing good teams, they're not exactly the best. The Ravens just basically wanted the NRG, beat the shit out of them, and left. I don't know how the hell the safety was the only thing allowed in terms of points scored, but the good thing was at least the Ravens defense didn't allow any points. So I guess that's something. Because despite how well CJ Stroud may have played, despite all of that, I think it's safe to say the Ravens are probably going to get the AFC North. And yes, I will be talking the Week 18 schedule reveal as it happens Sunday night. So you're gonna bear with me here. So the last comments I have about this game, simply put it, Texas got their ass whipped. Simply got their ass whipped. Which brings me to this unfortunacy of a fucking Thursday night game. What was this? What the fuck was this? 6-3. Field goal city. All points being scored in the first half. So the second half basically just didn't exist. And we were just left with this. Jesus Christ. I expect that out of a fucking. I expect that out of a baseball game, but a fucking football game? I expect that sometimes out of the NHL, but the NFL? What the fuck happened here? Someone fucked up, and they fucked up hard. I don't even have the words to even describe to you what the fuck this game was. Now all of a sudden I feel glad to not have streamed this fucking game on Thursday night. Because if that's the ending we're getting for Thursday Night Football's finale on the season, then that's basically the representation of Amazon Prime's coverage of the NFL all season long. Shitty, and no one really gave a fuck about it. Because everyone else was watching on fucking Twitch. But fucking hell, like, look at this game was just god awful. Absolutely god awful. There's no other way to put it. But we do have a few Saturday games we need to talk about as well. Let us commence with my team absolutely getting shot right in the dick. Well, I cannot say from any sanctable soul. Sure, damn, the Mariners beat the White Sox 6-3. Ah, that's a good one. That's actually a really good one, Carson. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Oh my god. All right, back to the thing. So to say I didn't see that coming is an understatement. Because God, that was awful. absolutely god awful. I'll get to that in shortly, Carson, but good point. But like the Patriots just did not fucking play well. Drake May got hurt, came back in, didn't fucking fix anything. The Chargers just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. I expected nothing out of this game. I don't know what you expected, but I bet you were expecting this. There's no way a reasonable soul didn't expect this. So with that, the Chargers, congratulations. You're in the playoffs. I mean, it may have taken you another week to do it, but you made it here, and I guess that's all that matters. Yay! You actually had a turnaround season with Jim Harbaugh. You know, like, maybe he is a good fucking coach. Maybe the Harbaugh effect is real. Maybe it is. Seems to work for you guys, so why the fuck can it work for anybody else? Moving on to Saturday game number 2. Wow. Bengals, Bengals, I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you here. Why is it that now you're just starting to show up? Why is it that now you're wanting to start winning games? I mean, you're kind of on the fringe of elimination, but you're just like the one pass that won't go away. You're just like clinging on for dear life. Like, holy shit, I did not think the Bengals were actually gonna try to get back to 500. But alas, they made it back to 500. They're 8-8, and the thing is, they could still make the playoffs. Yes, they could still make the playoffs. I will go over everything at the end. After all the games have been covered, I will go over everything. I promise. But Cincinnati just kind of shocked me here. Man, okay, I expected Denver to put up more of a fight, but when Joe Burrow literally doubles your goddamn quarterback in passing yards, yeah, I mean, you can't say you didn't get outplayed because you did. Pretty fucking badly, too. Pretty fucking badly. I don't know what the hell anyone expected here. I mean, well, actually, I know what everyone expected. The Broncos to win and make the playoffs. But now they're in a fucking three-way race. God help us all. But as for Rams and Cardinals, there's a few things that can be said about this game. So, coming into this game, the Rams needed a metric fuck ton to happen to get the NFC West title this week. If I remember correctly, they needed to win this game, which they obviously did. You can see the fucking score right there. But they also needed a shit ton of other things to happen. They needed 5 teams to win. They needed 5 teams to win to get a spot and to get the NFC West crown and eliminate Seattle. The teams were, well, the teams that won that actually helped the Rams, the Bills, the Bengals, the Vikings, the Dolphins, and the fucking Commanders. Yes, even the Commanders helped the Rams here. How the fuck AFC teams helped out in this case? I guess it's some weird strength of victory bullshit. The only reason I'm not talking about the game is because there's really nothing to talk about. The game was just kind of bad. Make sure you have some decent offense from both teams, but in decent defensive showings. But what more do I need to say about this game? The Rams had everything happen that they wanted to happen, and the Rams now have clinched the NFC West. And as for Seattle, you're eliminated. You're done. Shouldn't have lost to the fucking Giants if you wanted to make it. And that's your own goddamn fault. Things are really heating up, and only time will tell what the fuck happens from here. But we're not even done yet. We're not even into the Sunday games. We're about to right now with this abomination. Because holy shit, the New York Jets got absolutely fucking plundered. Yeah. Raise your hand if you saw this one coming. Anyone else? I can't be doing one raising my hand right now, right? I'm not doing one raising my hand right now, right? I yeah, yeah. But let's think to put it like this: the Bills whipped their fucking asses. They whipped their asses. Okay, so I'm not the only one raising my hand. Good. This is bad. Come on, man. Like, how the fuck do you expect? This, I don't even know, man. The Bills just good. And next week they have New England, and they already locked into the number 2 seed. So meaning that next week means absolutely fucking nothing to them. And then again, this whole game didn't matter, and I think it would be better off if we just ignored it and moved on. Oh, goody! From one game that doesn't matter to another game that completely doesn't fucking matter. Because let's be honest with ourselves here, nobody wanted to see this fucking game. Nobody wanted to see the Titans and Jaguars. Nobody wanted to see this mid-off. This battle of ass. We got points, but does that really matter when both teams are literal shit? Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. Good, because I don't think it fucking matters. This game sucked. It was a tank bowl at best. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So I don't think we need to waste too much time on this. I think we can just move right the fuck on. Just gonna move this on over for future reference here. All right, we got it. Okay, good. I'm just moving that over now so that way I don't have to later.
Banks Chevrolet Buick GMC is New England's destination dealer. For the month of December, find
Son of a
exciting deals
bitch.
like Chevy Trax.
God damn, everything's going to shit. God damn it. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got it. Okay. No more random fucking ads. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. The only real things I can say about this game are a couple things. One, the Panthers still fucking suck ass. Two, sorry. The Buccaneers pretty much got a glorified bye week. And number three, give that goddamn Doug NFL MVP right fucking now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me take you back. So let me take you back a little bit. So the Panthers were about to punt the ball. And then next to the Buccaneers punt returner, there happened to be a little feathered friend, a duck, just randomly on the field, chilling right next to the punt returner. He was going to be his blocker or something, I don't know. Next thing you know, the punt gets blocked, and the Buccaneers score a touchdown. Thus, everyone in Tampa Bay is now praising their duck as a new Lord and Savior. Yes, a literal fucking duck. A duck. We are talking about a fucking duck taking the NFL by storm because it caused a punt block return touchdown. Well, I fully expect that fucking Duck to be signed to an NFL contract. The power of the Duck. That duck should be reigning supreme across the Bay Area. God help us all with that duck. Also, God help us all with this god awful matchup because why the fuck are we getting this? Nobody wants this. Who the fuck wants this game? Oh, the NFL decided they want it on there because reasons? Fuck your reasons. We don't want this game. You guys can have it back. This game fucking sucked. And you expect us to take it? Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind if you think we want this game. Absolutely, the fuck not. Both teams literally play like ass. And yeah, the Raiders scored 25 fucking points, but it's the Saints defense. Did you expect anything? No, you shouldn't have. Because the Saints fucking suck. Any expectation worth a goddamn. Oh my fucking god, this is stupid, stupid, stupid. This game right here is fucking stupid. Because seriously, once again, why do we have to have this game? I don't give a shit if it's to satisfy the bloodlust of the NFL. There's nothing good to say about this game. I think we should just move on to the slaughter that was this game. It's Jesus H. Christ. We are experiencing some really bad fucking football from the Cowboys. Let's put a bit of a deep dive on this. The Eagles are really good. They have Saquon Barkley. They are really good. The Cowboys are ass. They do not have anybody. Or for them to score, they shut down CeeDee's Nuts Lamb for the season. And guess what? They're ass. Utter ass. No one didn't see this coming. This game was just basically a mercy killing for the Cowboys. And realistically speaking, who fucking cares about the Cowboys anymore right now? They suck. They absolutely suck. Like, if you think the Buccaneers or if you think the Panthers are bad, try the Cowboys. Because it seems to be worse. So, just so we put it, I don't think it matters mentioning at this point, but I will mention it. Um, the Eagles are locked into number 2. They were practically elimination. They were practically eliminated from the number 1 seed contention last week with that loss. But it's again, they're so good. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention about the Cowboys. You guys remember how you guys brought Zeke back, thinking that everything was gonna be okay? And you guys had your guy back. You had the main star of the show in Dallas back. Yeah. Tell me why I got a notification earlier today that said the Cowboys released Zeke Elliott again. Mine. So I think I can answer this question with simply 2 words. He sucks. You know, I'll even answer it in 3 words for you. He fucking sucks. I'll answer for you one more time in 4 words. He fucking sucks ass. He is no longer good. No longer good. He's washed. Mediocre. Useless. He needs to retire. And that's the truth of running backs. Like, they do not have a long fucking span of longevity in the NFL. They probably have the shortest longevity span in the NFL out of any position. And corners are not that far behind them. I think they're like second. But, jeez, man. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So you can fucking do in that point. And then I go from calling the Cowboys ass to questioning what the fuck the Colts are doing. Because to simply put it for you in layman's terms, this was an ass fucking. And no, Indy, you did not get screwed out of a win here. You lost to the Giants. You lost to the 2024 Giants. You mean to tell me that you're still relevant, Colts? You mean to tell me you're still relevant? You let the Giants put up 45 on you. I'm not giving a shit about the 33 points that you scored in retaliation. You allowed 45 fucking points. That is fucking cruel and unjust punishment for yourselves. And because of that, that deserves a prompt elimination. Oh, Giants, you think you're out of the woods? Absolutely the fuck not. Because you know what you just did? You just fucked up your tank. Not only did you fuck it up, you took a Panzer tank and shot the other Panzer tank that you fucking had. And what's even worse, you remember how you needed to lose this game to get number 1 overall? Yeah, about that. Now it's New England that has the best odds for number 1 overall. My Patriots have the best odds for number 1. Yes, that is actually fucking real. There are actually scenarios for the first overall pick in a 4-way series for next week. And yes, I will be going over everything at the end, I promise. So, I don't think we need to spend too much more time on this game. I think it's outlived its usefulness. So let's go to this one where, upon further examination, yeah, there's really nothing to see here. Just the standard Cleveland Browns Browning and a standard performance that rivals basically fucking Pater. Absolute dog shit. Because the Dolphins were on Tua. They wanted to make sure he was good to go. They didn't feel he was right, which I completely understand. And they still got the job done because it's the fucking Browns. I don't trust the Browns in any situation whatsoever. Like, at all. And if you trust the Browns, get the fuck out. Because you should never trust the Cleveland Browns in any way, shape, or form possible. Because you're going to wind up finding yourselves eating a bag of shit. I don't know what you expected to happen with this game. But if you were expecting some sort of competition, yeah, you are not getting that at all. You are not getting that at all. You just get this big pile of shit stuffed in your faces, and basically us forgetting about this game. So let's move on to an actually fucking decent matchup that everybody actually wanted to see, because this game was good, really good, so good in fact that I enjoyed it. Because the Vikings needed to win to stay in the race for the number 1 seed. Because they knew if Detroit won and they beat San Francisco Monday night, that they would be out of it and Detroit would get the number 1 seed as well. Well, okay, hold on. That's probably a stretch. I'm sorry. That's probably a stretch. Let's put it like this. Best way that I can possibly bring it to you, the Packers Packered. And instead of taking the points, they tried to get cocky and they failed. And I had this explained to me by a fucking Packer fan on stream last night. And that's exactly how he put it, word for word. Packers, you continue to disappoint us all. But the Vikings, though, they're one step closer to the number one seed. We'll get to that part shortly. But there is a Sunday night game that needs to be discussed. An actually damn good one, in fact. Because, one, how the hell do you get the same score as the Saturday night primetime game? How the hell does this game also go to overtime? And how is this game somewhat more enjoyable? I can tell you how. Because the Falconed. They falconed so hard that they blew a lead. They blew a lead that was easily holdable, easily maintainable. They had the lead. The problem is they fucking blew it. And they blew it. And they blew it. Did anybody expect anything out of this? No. And you probably shouldn't have either because no one expected it. That's the real answer out of all this. But the Commanders at 11-5 with this win, congratulations. You actually made the playoffs as a decent fucking team. You actually did it. Your first playoff appearance with new ownership. And for once, I actually feel that Washington is actually competent. It seems like they're actually having fun. Jaden Daniels has literally been this team's Tom Brady so far. No, I know it's a stretch. I know it's a stretch because it's only been one season. But Jaden Daniels is what the Commanders needed on that offense to get things moving. And lo and behold, it's worked. It has fucking worked. Go get them, Tigers. Go get them. But we have one last game that needs to be mentioned. This shit wreck. Every one of us thought that this game was going to be one-sided. What wound up happening instead was not one-sided. Instead, San Francisco surprisingly made this competitive. And let me put up the stat from last night from ESPN when I was watching the broadcast and streaming it for you people. It was the first game since 1937 where 10 or more touchdowns were scored combined with no punts. That's right. We did not see a singular punt all night, which is a fucking shocker to believe, but it's true. They did not punt the ball once last night because both teams actually put on a fucking dominant display. This was a great game, and San Francisco did not play like a 6-9 team. They played like they were fucking 10-6. But Detroit brought the fucking fight and they took the game. Undefeated on the road still. And everything is good in Lions land. Okay. Enough bullshit, boys. I need to reset my tab here. So I need to reset. Just give me a quick second and do a give me a quick second here so we can do a quick little reset. Because now we're going to do the schedule unveiling. So let's start now. Because I can switch tabs now. Oh, did it not? Whoops, I thought I fucking clicked the button that says share tab, this tab instead. There we go. All right. So, the two Saturday night games we're getting are both AFC North games. Browns and Ravens, and Steelers Bengals. There are some divisional aspects to this seating wise, so but I will get to that, with the whole scenarios and bullshit. But these are the two games of Saturday. 4:30 it's Browns Ravens. 8 o'clock it's Bengals Steelers. And now we get into the lieu of Sunday games. 14 game schedule. So let's try to do the best we can here. Panthers Falcons obviously taking the 1 o'clock slot along with Commanders Cowboys. Kind of seems fitting. Commanders game doesn't really matter, and the Falcons have divisional and playoff implications in this game. Bears Packers is also one with seeding implications, but in all reality does not matter too much. So you really can't expect anything there. Texans Titans really doesn't have anything to play for, considering Texans are locked into the number 4 spot. They're just playing for the sake of playing because they kind of have to. But both these games are also in a 1 o'clock slot. Also at 1 o'clock, Jaguars Colts. Game doesn't matter. Both teams are eliminated. Let's move on. Bills Patriots. Possibly this has number 1 seed implications for New England, but it's best to we'll get to that shortly. But yeah. Also 1 o'clock, Giants Eagles. Again, really nothing to play for. Eagles already locked in the number 2. Giants, again, their implications are number 1 seed wise, but there's plenty of time to go over that. And the final 1 o'clock game that we have is Saints Bucks. Playoff implications in this one. As for the 4:25 games, there are a couple here. Chiefs Broncos, with the Broncos obviously having playoff implications. Chiefs are already locked in, so they're probably starting Carson Wentz this week and resting their starters. For Chargers Raiders, same thing. Always seeding implications here for the Chargers. Otherwise, the game doesn't matter. Also, 4:25, we have the Seahawks Rams. If the Rams didn't get one of those 5 wins from the other teams, then this game would have mattered. Now that the NFC West is locked up, there's really nothing there to discuss. Dolphins Jets. Dolphins, believe it or not, have playoff implications here, but a lot needs to happen for them to get in. Niners Cardinals are also 4:25. Again, really nothing here. Really nothing that we could say that hasn't been said. Which leads us to our regular season finale from Ford Field. It's Lions and Vikings. NFC North crown on the line. The number 1 seed in the NFC on the line. This game for all the marbles. Both teams 14-2. The Vikings 6-1 on the road. The Lions are 6-2 at home. Gentlemen, this game is going to be a great one. And I, for one, cannot fucking wait. So let me now switch us over to this NFL playoff scenarios, because we got a whole litany of them to go over right now. Starting here, obviously, Detroit, Minnesota, if they win, they get the number 1 seed and the NFC North title. It's simple as that. Because the Buccaneers won and the Falcons lost on Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay now controls their own destiny once again for the NFC South title. Tampa Bay just needs a win or an Atlanta loss, and they are in. Atlanta needs Tampa Bay to lose against New Orleans, and they need to beat the Panthers, which everyone expects at this point. But that's really it for the NFC. But the AFC side of things, there's a lot of seeding that is really kind of complicated here. Baltimore clinches the AFC North with a win or Pittsburgh loss. Pittsburgh is in with a win and a Baltimore loss. And then we get to the unholy fucking spot of the 7th seed. Because right now the spot is held by Denver, and they are the ones with the win and in scenario. This is the team that, again, if they win or they tie, they are in. Simplest path to the playoffs is them. Miami can get in, but they need Denver to lose, and they need to win. But for the Bengals, they need losses from both the Broncos and Dolphins, as well as a victory over the Steelers on Saturday night to get in. If any of these, like, I think I see Denver more likely, but don't rule out Miami. But another scenario here is if all three teams lose, Denver automatically gets the spot. This is the seeding scenario by seed. Like, it's just simple. We also know the number one seed situation. Don't need to explain too much. But there can be a change with the number 3 seed. And that would be Tampa Bay winning and the Rams losing to the Seahawks on Sunday. If that happens, Tampa Bay gets the 3 seed and the Rams would get the 4 seed. Honestly, Atlanta would get the 4 seed if they win and Tampa Bay loses, whatever. Tampa Bay basically just, if the Rams win on Sunday, they get the 3 seed. I think that's pretty simple enough to get out of the way. Honestly, whoever loses that Sunday night bloodbath will get the 5th seed. That would be locked in. The 6th seed is kind of a toss-up at the moment. Right now, it's controlled by Green Bay. But Washington controls their own destiny for the 6th seed. All they need is a win, and they get the 6th seed and force Green Bay down to 7th. As for everything else, Green Bay just needs to win and Washington to lose. If the Packers tie, they really need the Commanders to lose. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But a 7th seed, it's just simply the other way around. If things don't happen the way they should, then they kind of flip-flop. And obviously, the first 2 seeds in AFC are already locked in. Honestly, the AFC North is still, locked. Well, AFC North is still kind of deadlocked at the moment, but if Baltimore wins, they get the AFC North, and Pittsburgh is forced to 6th. For now. Actually, no, they'll be 5th. Because Houston's already locked in the 4th as a divisional winner. And then this is where the weirdness starts to happen for the AFC. If Baltimore loses and Pittsburgh wins, Baltimore gets the 5th seed. If Pittsburgh loses and the Chargers lose, the Steelers get the 5th seed. But if the Chargers win and the Steelers somehow lose, the Chargers get the 5th seed. As for number 6, if the Steelers so much as just win on Saturday night, the Chargers are locked into 6, Steelers are locked into 5. I think that's pretty straightforward. And then we get the bloodbath at number 7. We already explained this earlier. I don't need to say too much. Obviously some eliminations that could happen. If Miami wins, Cincinnati's out. If Denver wins, both teams are out. If both teams lose, if all 3 teams lose, again, Denver gets a spot and both teams are eliminated. And if Denver loses and either the Bengals or Dolphins win, simple as that, they get the 7th seed and the others are out. As for the first overall pick scenarios, like I promised you, here we go. New England, just simple. They need to lose, and the number 1 pick is theirs. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. I don't really know what more to expect out of that. It's just that. But the other scenario would be if, the Titans, Browns, the Giants win. The Titans, if New England were to lose, if New England were to win, rather, this is what happens. Tennessee would just need to lose, and the number 1 pick is theirs. If the Titans somehow win, the Browns need to lose, and it's theirs. And if the other three teams that we mentioned all win, and the Giants would need to lose to regain the number one pick. There is a fucking lot going into this final week. I will be live tomorrow, 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time, for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl between Texas and Arizona State. Probably sometime tomorrow. I don't know when, but tomorrow, my year in review video comes out, detailing everything that you need to know about. I guess it's like kind of like a thing. I guess I kind of have to do now because it's tradition. But that, and we also have the Sunday marathon happening. The fantasy stream being pushed to Thursday. There's a lot happening in this final stretch of the NFL regular season, so try and sit tight with me here. And yes, I will be bringing back the Amateur's Guide for the NFL playoffs. I promise I will try to get it out on time. Keyword there is I'll try. But I want to wish you guys again a very happy new year. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid. And just have fun with your family, friends. Or if you're going commando this year, then that's fine too. Whatever you feel is best for you. I'm an illogical Canadian. Thank you for joining me for our 2024. And I will see you all in 2025. Take care, everybody.